Hello SLAPAFISH community, welcome back to another World Tanks Constant video. So in this video I'm going to be driving my M1A2. I'm also going to be having two replays for you, and both games are very special. Now the second game is my highest damage ever I've done in World of Tanks. And this first game, it also is a lot of damage. And what's very special about this first game is that I rack up the damage very, very quickly. Now, yes, I'm in my 1A2. I have my survivability loadout in the 1A2. What does that mean? It means I favor reload in this tank and survivability. So any shells that come in do its minimum damage as possible. And I also have supply conservation to gain hope and whole patch to gain hit point spec as fast as possible. So basically I have the advanced armor and the armor angling to reduce the damage incoming, rapid loading, and I believe the advanced loader on this thing to increase my DPM and bore leader. So I take a lot damage in, I dish a lot of damage, but I receive minimum damage. And yeah, so far we're doing quite good, and I'm keeping my gun in the fight. Basically, yeah. Some reason I'm just super hyper focused in this match, and you can see not even 2 minutes into this match, and we're about to cross the 7,000 damage mark. Yeah. So, yeah. And let's see what the 2 minute mark and 6,962 damage in 2 minutes. And remember, 30 to 40 seconds of that was driving into position waiting to get a shot in. So yeah, quite a bit of damage very fast. So let's talk about the DPM of this tank. So the DPM, actually the gun's fantastic. The gun's fantastic. 584 millimeters penetration on its standard round, 740 on its premium, and 600 on its heat, which is its third round. And it does 535 damage, which gives it a DPM of 4,585 damage. But with my current loadout, I have a DPM of 5,971. Now, one of the fatal flaws of doing this much damage, you'll definitely see it in this replay, and especially the next replay, is the amount of ammunition that the M1A2 carries. The M1A2 carries 50 rounds of ammunition, which, when you're dealing this much damage, that ammunition can run very short, very fast. Especially when you're starting to hit the 15,000 damage marker. And currently, we're at 11,452 damage. There's only 3 tanks remaining, and there's a weasel. And I hit the weasel on the move. And yeah, 2 tanks left. It's a heavy tank and a tank destroyer. Now, the very next match is my highest damage I have ever dealt in a single battle of World of Tanks. It's the next replay, and it is literally, I finished this match I'm playing right here and went straight into the next match, and I broke my damage record. While this game is doing about 13,000 damage in 4 minutes. Pretty insane. There is a thumper over there. It's full health. I don't really know if I'm going to get a shot in. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. It's all the way over there. But yeah. 12,485 damage, 4 minutes. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage very fast. And at the very beginning of this match, you could see how fast that damage can rack up, especially if you keep your gun in the game and you just keep firing as much as you can and landing and hitting shots. Now let's see if we can break that 13,000 damage marker, which we were so close at 6 damage away at hitting 13,000. Unexpectedly, we did get MVP with 3 kills, and nearly 13,000 damage. And yeah, I've been working on that third mark of excellence for a very long time on this tank. And now we move on to the next match, which is Nomenhan. Nomenhan. Now this match is definitely going to be definitely going to be a longer match than the last match we were just in. The other match lasted about almost 5 minutes. I think it nearly made it to the 5-minute marker. This one's going to be a lot longer. But it will do. See, the last game we almost broke 13,000. This game, we're going to do way above 13,000. Let's just keep that in. I'm just going to keep it at that. And so before this match, I think before this match, my damage record was also in the M1A2, where I did like 15,000 damage in 5 minutes in the 1A2. If you can't tell, I like my M1A2. M1A2. This is my second most played Cold War tank. It has like 329 battles in it. My most played Cold War tank is the BMP2, which the BMP2 and the M1A2 are very, very close in battles. But yeah, I just really like the M1A2. It's fast, it's got a really good gun, it's got DPM, it's got the armor, and it can ram. It really can ram. And it's got one of the highest hit points in Era 3. I also do want to say, if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing because it's free and it helps out the channel a ton. Also, remember to slap for the like button if you like this video. So, this match is going to be a little bit slower pace. Last match, we at the 2-minute mark, I think we were about 7,000 damage. And at the 2-minute of this mark, we hadn't seen a single tank yet. Yeah. Two very different matches. Two very different ones. And this match, you'll definitely see that I am pushing my ammunition at its very limits. Now, one of the things I do not like about the M1A2 is it does not get high explosive rounds. I love high explosive rounds. It gets heat, which does suck. I've been meaning to take off those heat rounds because it has always backfired on me when I've been firing the heat rounds. Now this poor M1 is not really going to do it much to me. He does finally put 2 shots into me, but he's almost dead. Right there, I'm trying to figure out where he's pinning me. He's probably pinning me on the upper plate because the upper plate of the M1A2 Abrams is pretty weak. I believe it is 30 millimeters thickness, which means anything in Area 3 can overmatch, unless it's like the autocannons, like the Bradleys or the French tanks autocannons or the BMP3 autocannon. Trying to see. Right now, I am face hugging a Leopard 2, which does not have the best of frontal armor. But if the Leopard 2 knows where to shoot me, he can definitely pin me. Yeah, that plate is 38 millimeters of armor, 38 millimeters thick, which means a lot of guns in Era 3 can overmatch it. And right now, I'm taking a lot of damage. I took a lot of damage from the M1 and a Leopard 2, which both of these tanks are on the lower end of Era 3. So yeah, our team is also losing. It's 8v11. Now I'm putting some shots in this T-72BU that is face-hugging our T-72BU. And right now I'm trying to figure out where the ammunition is so I can blow its head off. And somehow that shell ricochets. So I'm just going to keep focusing on this BU because it's nearly dead and it's the more powerful of the 2 tanks between the M1 and the T-72BU. And as you can see, the M1's almost dead and put the shot in. Thought it would kill it, but it didn't. So, 4.5 minutes, 9,000 damage. Nearly 9,000. Missed that shot right there. And we are currently having 8 more rounds of standard in this tank. Just picked up my 3rd kill. put a shell into the stingray, which also tracked it. Also, I am running Deadeye on this tank, and I'm down to 911 hit points. So yeah, so the survivability crew that I have on this tank is just really good, and I will make a video on how good it actually is. I'm going to make a video soon of what the survivability is and how effective it is. And I'm telling you this right now, it is super effective. So yeah, go more in detail of that loadout, which is really good for heavy tanks, autoloaders, and pretty much anything if you just want a tank to survive and deal as much damage as possibly can, then survivability loadout is definitely for you. So with that shell, we run our standard ammunition. Luckily, our premium round is APF DS, which is great. And we're about to hit the 13,000 marker if I can put a shot in. There's 5 tanks left on our team, 5 tanks left on the enemy team. And yeah, we just lost a tank. There's the 13,000 damage marker cross. We just lost 2 tanks. They lost a single tank, and I just ricocheted. Now, I have 11 AP rounds left, 5 heat. Now, I keep coming back to the heat because heat gets absorbed by space armor, tracks, gun, any exterior modules on tanks will absorb heat rounds, especially if they're running armor that is designed to like absorb heat rounds, which a lot of tanks in era 2 and 3 are designed with that kind of armor. So yeah, with that shot we just crossed the 14,000 damage marker, and right now it's a 2v4. I'm kind of rushing some of these shells. I think that's 3 thumpers and a challenger 2. Trying to figure out where that shot is. Also with the premium, so we both pot smoke right there. So right now with me firing the premium rounds, my penetration actually went up from 592 to 740. So that's why I'm pinning the lower plate of the thumper. And I really want to take out this thumper, and thumper dead. So now it's a 2v3. I have what is that thing called? A weasel as a teammate. Now we're down to, we've crossed the 15,324 damage marker, which 15,820 damage marker right there, which actually breaks my damage record. And there's still 3 tanks left. We have 1 APF DS round left and 5 heat. So let's see if we can cross that 16,000 damage marker on this tank and put my shell into the ground, rush my shell. Right here, I'm kind of making mistakes because we're getting surrounded, and I'm looking at my ammunition and being like, oh crap, I'm running low on ammunition, and the 5 that I do have remaining are heat rounds. So yeah, I do end up getting taken out, surrounded and taken out. But we did manage to do 15,820 damage, and our weasel flips itself and gets itself killed by a thumper. So yeah, won once, lost once. So yeah, and didn't make a profit at 57,000 silver. No. Anyway, that's it for this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, also press that fish because of all that. And peace out, see ya.